Greetings again. This is Brian Fields, amateur radio call sign W9CR, and I'm going to have some more videos going online here shortly, but I wanted to show a little bit of what I brought back from the Hamfest I attended, and I wouldn't even say the Hamfest, it's a convention in Friedrichshafen, Germany. Friedrichshafen is the major European Hamfest, and this was my first time attending it, and I'm certainly going to be back. It is a much nicer facility than I think anything we would see over here in the U.S. Certainly professionally put on, and the interesting thing for me is somebody that's into the technical stuff is, oh, there's people doing microwave stuff. They're doing stuff all the way up to hundreds of gigahertz. There's a lot more RF kind of plumbing material and stuff like that floating around, at least from what I saw at Dayton this past year. So I'm going to, like I said, I have a few more videos of this and hopefully get a little bit of a feeling for it. A couple of things I did do, I had flown into Frankfurt and then went south on the train, and I came back. I spent a few days in Frankfurt just messing around. I knew some people there, and I ended up going to the museum there, well, a number of them, but I went to the Telecom Museum, which had an amateur radio station operating there. I got a chance to meet a few of the guys there, and I'll have some video on that too, if not some pictures. That was definitely cool. They're not there all the time that the museum's open, but they are there consistently. They have it marked on their website. So anyways, let me show you what I got here, and we'll go from there. You can probably see I'm recovering a little bit from a cold here. What can I say? Being in the for 13 hours in a plane, it's like a human petri dish. So there's the ham radio badge, if it focuses. They get scanned there. Come on, focus. Oh, I hate automatic focus. Anyways, let me show you what I got here. I was limited by what I could carry on, of course, or at least in my put in my luggage, which was almost already at capacity coming back. Okay, well, I guess I got some RF goodies, which is kind of cool. This is guy had VNA sweeps along with this. It's an isolator, dual port isolator, and it has a pretty decent response in the UHF, American UHF ham band. So I already tested it out when I got home. Everything seems good. It was a very, very good buy. I think it was something like 25 euros, which is pretty good. It needs a load on it, but that's normally you put a high power load here. It's got a low power load there, and this is the input, output, main load, secondary load. That doesn't get any real reflected power unless this one fails, of course. But it's fixed tune, unlike a lot of the ones in the US, which we see that are fully tuned. You can tune the individual ports on it. And then I ended up with, there's a lot of cool test cable there. This is a Schooner, again, I hate automatic focus here, Sukaflex cable. And as you can see, the one side here is a APC7, which is great because I have a lot of APC7 stuff, and then a precision end mail on this side. This is good up to 18 gigahertz. So I was very happy to get this. It's a nice little thing to have hanging off some test equipment or something if we need it. And then I ended up with a bag of miscellaneous stuff. And this is pretty cool. I ended up getting some calibration stuff for network analyzers. This here is a precision airline. It's just simply a very precise piece of coax cable. End connectors at both ends. And I'll show the grab bag I got here worth of stuff. So I got a ton of these loads. Most of them are in decent condition. If you see here, this is a all APC7 HP 3 dB attenuator. This is a 30 dB attenuator. I got 10 dB attenuators. More of them here. I think there's a couple 20s in here as well. You know, these certainly have had a rough life. I got a, now this is neat for doing calibration. 10 centimeter airline. It's got the exact electrical length on there. So this is a good standard. This is good up to 12, probably better than that gigahertz. I'm judging 12 based on the fact it's got the 4 conductor collets in the center there. I didn't just touch that. And so that's great. I picked up in the same bag, these are shorts for the APC7 connector. These are precision ones. And radio's coming on here. So yeah, I was very happy to get all this stuff. I think he wanted for the entire bag. It was a very good price. And it included a couple loads, which I thought was really cool. These are end connector loads. They're rated up to 18 gigahertz. So I didn't have any 18 gigahertz loads. I tried them out. They look pretty good. I'm happy about that. It came with a APC7 to SMA connector as well. Male SMA. I have a female one already. And, oh, I know. It came with a couple other things here that are quite unique. So it came with these two things. And I've had this in the back of my head for some time. You know, if I can find something like this at a Hamfest or swap meet, I'm going to pick them up because it's a little, all this little spanner wrench tool thing. You know, what do you think this is worth? It's a ridiculous amount of money what these things actually go for. What this is, and I don't know if we can see in here, yeah, it is a tool that removes the center collet here from these. And what you would do, you'd go in with it, push down in it, push it all the way in, release, and then pull it out. You can see it's removed the collet. The collet's right in there. And that little tool is, again, APC stuff isn't really used that much anymore for new, you know, everybody's doing stuff at like 100 gigahertz now, so these things run out of steam right around 18 gigahertz, which isn't even really millimeter wave. So that's very cool find. I was taken back that I found both these things because these are, you can probably buy them new now, but it would be $500 for the pair, if not more than that, from like Mori Microwave or somebody. So I was very happy about that. Then the other little thing I got, which I was surprised at finding as well. Actually, let me put that collet back in here first. Okay. I should have dropped it in there. Okay, we're in. Move this stuff off the side. I saw this sitting there. People are going to ask, well, did you know what this is? No, I didn't. And I wasn't 100% certain of it, but I kind of had an idea what it was. I said it's some kind of a precision connector gauge. and it's kind of a micrometer, but it's designed to be a precision. It's a precision gauge, and I noticed it also came with this thing, which is a precision machined calibration for the gauge. So what this does, it measures your distance that your connector sticks out. And you can see this should be exactly, yeah, it's 0. This is 0.01 millimeters. And this is for a 7/16 DIN, which isn't something I use, but I figured it'd be good to have around, and I got it at a good price. What's interesting, it's for the female, and this is a female, 7/16 inch female. And this is just a technical grade connector. It's just something that was off, you know, it's not used for metering. And you just put it in, you go like that. You can see it's in the green, but it is nowhere near as good as it probably could be, which that yellow area is where a meteorology grade connector would be. Something you would use to make measurements on a VNA or something would be in there. So that's pretty cool. I don't have a use for it, but maybe at some point I will. And I was very pleased to find that kind of stuff there. A couple other things I picked up. I picked up one of these I'd never seen before. I'm into the Wera series of radios. This is a GP340. You can see it's a low band one by the size of the antenna here. Look at this. I gotta figure out what I need to program it, but it should work on the 6-meter ham band. I gotta play with it a little bit and see how it works with the Wera software that we've put together. So that's basically all the little stuff that I brought back with me. You know, I got, I'll say one of the cool things I did when I was in Frankfurt in the Telecom Museum was they have an actual, this is of course in German, but they have an actual, that's their setup on the roof of the Telecommunications Museum. I'll have a little more update on that, but it was very cool to see, you know, what they had there, and the real nice setup they have. That's it at night. And the operator on duty, DC4PC, he was there. And it was Carl. Had about an hour and a half long talk with him. It was great. Very, very warm, welcoming guys there, and I think they were surprised to see another ham on a Tuesday afternoon as well. So, anyways, did a few other things while I was around there, but that's basically what I brought back from the Hamfest. And I went there with some money, and I hate the euro. It is such a pain to put in a wallet or something. They're all different sizes, and you can't get anything smaller than a 5. So at the end of the day, you have a bunch of change with you, and you don't know exactly what you have. So anyways, like I said, I still got a little bit left over. Definitely lighter than what I went with. It was a great time, and hopefully you'll see a few more of the videos here. Okay, well, that was everything I got basically at the Hamfest there. Like I said, I'll have some more videos as I get the 30 or 40 gig worth of video I put together, or recorded, edited. I had a great time, and I'd like to really express the quality of the show that the DARC, the Deutsche Amateur Radio Club, German Amateur Radio Club, puts on. And I think the best thing going to the show was not just, you know, what I got, which is pretty cool, but I mean, it's stuff I could have certainly saved the money on and just bought it over the internet or something if I really wanted it. But you don't go to a Hamfest to buy stuff you really intend to buy, or you need a specific thing. You go to find things that maybe you weren't quite certain you knew that you needed. I had that same problem if I walk around a Harbor Freight or something like that as well. But the absolute best thing about going to Friedrichshafen was meeting people that I had known had talked to numerous times on the air. I met a number of people that I was involved in with some of the amateur radio, high-speed digital communication stuff. There's a ham net that goes across all of Europe. It's amazing what they've really put together. The other thing I enjoyed meeting was a number of the people involved in the P25. It's the APCO Phase 1 P25 networking. And I'm not into a digital mode for the sake of being in a digital mode. It was just kind of interesting. A friend of a friend got me into it, and it's something to do. I have a couple of our repeaters here have P25 capability, and we're linked in. We talk to guys in France and Germany and Austria, all over the place. So it was very cool to be walking around there. I'm talking to somebody on Facebook, and hey, somebody comes up behind me and says, "Hey, I know you. Let's go get a beer," or something like that. So that's the best takeaway, and not something I'm going to be able to bring back physically with me, but much more important than anything I could bring back physically. So please stay tuned. Hopefully I'll get some of this stuff edited around work, and especially hopefully I'll be feeling a little bit better here as well. You can probably tell I'm still somewhat congested here, but I have to get on a plane tomorrow and go to work again, unfortunately. So until later, this is Brian Fields, amateur radio call sign W9CR. Thanks for watching.